Hello, welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis and it's time for my September 2021 collection update. And this time I got 27 titles to show you guys, I want to say. Somewhat equal Blu-ray and 4Ks. So let's just start off with the Blu-rays. So let's stack here. First up, I picked up No Retreat, No Surrender from the UK. I guess Kaleidoscope took notice of how well 88 Films were doing with their Van Damme collection releases, because this came out just in the middle of when they were releasing those titles. Sadly, Kaleidoscope isn't anywhere near as good as 88 Films is, so this is just a bare bones release. And yeah, Kaleidoscope was just catching in. And I might actually eventually get the US edition that has two versions of the movie over this. But for now, this'll do. From Wilgo USA, I picked up The Monkey King 2. I already had the Australian Blu-ray of this, but I didn't like the video quality of that Blu-ray and the fact that the English subtitles were hard-coded into the video. If I were to make my own edition with Danish subtitles eventually, those hard-coded subtitles would have been a problem. And my Monkey King 3 Blu-ray is also from Wilgo USA, so the collection match a little bit better, I guess. Collector's OCD. The Brink, starring Max Sang. Well, he's been around for a while, but he's not really had many leading roles, but this one has Max Sang in the leading role, and it's a great action movie. If you like Hong Kong action movies, check this one out. Speaking of Max Sang, this is where he probably got noticed. Well, he got noticed from Ip Man 3 and then got his own spin-off for the Ip Man franchise. And I quite enjoyed this one too. Sadly, this is the only movie we got in this little spin-off franchise. I wouldn't mind us getting a couple of more Master C movies. Speaking of Ip Man, Donnie Yen, Big Brother, also Wilgo USA. Okay little title, but when you expect martial arts in a Donnie Yen movie, this will probably not be the one that you should go with. There's a couple of fight scenes in it, but it's more of a martial arts less movie. I still enjoyed it though. It's still good. Gondola, also Wilgo USA. I've still never gotten around to watching this. I picked it up because it was on sale. Amazon suggested it to me, and I just figured, well, I'll give it a go. I checked out the trailer and it looked fun, but like I said, yeah, I have yet to watch it. And of all the Wilgo USA titles I picked up this go around, this one was the one I was after. I was lucky enough to find a couple of other titles, as you've just seen, that I would want, but this one was the one I want. I have God of War 1 on Blu-ray too, and quite enjoyed that movie. And no, Kratos isn't in any of the movies. But yeah, since I saw this come out, I wanted it, as I liked the first one. Sadly, Wilgo USA have been misleading us a tad bit with this one. This one has absolutely nothing to do with the first God of War. Heck, this one isn't even called God of War originally. I don't remember the original title offhand, but I'll have it on screen right now, I guess. So yeah, this only got the God of War name when Wilgo USA put it out. So I'll say that that's misleading and not cool in my book, and it's a bad movie. So I guess that's why they did it, trying to boost the sale a little bit. And in my case, they succeeded. Shame on you, Wilgo USA. From Scream Factory, I picked up House of Wax. My little period of, well, maybe I should start buying all the Scream Factory titles. And now that they've started to re-release a bunch of movies, I'm out of that phase. So House of Wax was never a movie I really enjoyed, but it'll do. The Dead Zone, one I actually did want to see again. I have seen it before, still haven't seen this edition though. I wanted to see it again because, like I said, I have seen it before, but I remember the TV show way more than I remember this movie. So I kinda wanted to go back to where, well, I guess there's a book too, but where the movie started, I wanted to go back and rewatch it. And the Scream Factory that came out around, I want to say same day, but I don't remember, was Brotherhood of the Wolf, the one I wanted the most out of these Scream Factory titles. It's a Mark Dacascos movie, so of course it's going into the collection. And finally having both versions of the movie in Blu-ray format in one release, I'm getting that. I want to say called Director's Cut was only available on HD DVD as far as I remember. I could be wrong, but I do believe that was the only format in HD that had that version. So now I have both versions, and I'll gladly upgrade to 4K if they do release this one again. And then the final Scream Factory, Alone in the Dark. I had never seen this one before I got this edition, and got it because I saw plenty of people being up in arms over this one finally coming out. And it's a good movie, but I wouldn't be up in arms over this one being released as other people apparently were. It's serviceable, but maybe it's one of those movies that you had to have grown up watching and having fond memory of. God knows there's plenty of those movies in my collection. So yeah, maybe this is one of those. So yeah. Let's continue to the 4Ks. And some of these titles have been in a 3 for 2 sale. So first up, I picked up Joker from DC, Warner Brothers. Really good movie. I really enjoyed this movie, and yes, it does have taxi driver elements to the movie. And like I said, I really enjoyed the movie. It's a good movie, but at the same time, it's not a movie I'm rushing back to watching again, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. The Taxi Driver is also a great movie. It's way up there on my favorite, or not favorite, but top 100 movies list, I would say. But also not one I'm rushing back to watching again and again, much like this one. I do worry a bit about the sequel though, that the fact that it's supposed to be a musical, I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Also from DC, Wonder Woman, had the steelbook, sold that to get standard edition. Good movie. I didn't enjoy it as much as other people though. But yeah, it's in the collection now. Wonder Woman 84. Not a great movie, but I didn't hate it as much as other people did. Both movies are just okay to me, so. The Dark Knight. Great movie. I already had Batman Begins, so figured out might as well get the rest of the trilogy. And of course, with that, The Dark Knight Rises. Still a good movie, just not as great as the first two. The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Sadly, the first one wasn't included in the sale, so I had to get the ones I could cheap while they were cheap. And Jurassic Park 3. I do like how simple the artwork on these are, actually. Sadly, they don't continue that all the way through. But you won't be seeing that in this video. Jurassic World, same artwork style. And what I meant by you won't be seeing it is because Fallen Kingdom is the next in the line, and I didn't pick that one up this go around, and that has different artwork. And I enjoy the entire franchise. I haven't seen the latest one yet, but hopefully I won't hate it nearly as much as other people seem to do. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Fun little action movie. I enjoyed it. It's over the top, but if you look at how much the Fast and Furious franchise have gone over the top with every single movie in the last 10 years or so, how long it's been since the first one came out, I don't remember. But it's just, yeah, over the top. The suit Idris Elba has on is a super suit. That's putting it mildly. But I'm looking forward to the sequel. I'll gladly put that in the collection next to this one. And then the final of the Danish titles, Mulan, Donnie Yen, Jet Li. Enough for me to put in the collection, especially Jet Li, since he's not doing many movies anymore, or anything at all pretty much. So as long as he's in stuff now, it's going in the collection. And same case with Donnie Yen, he's not getting any younger either. So yeah, nowhere near as good as the animated movie, but that's a hard task. But again, it's an okay movie. I don't hate it nearly as much as other people do. It takes quite a bit for me to actually hate a movie, so yeah. A little US and UK stack of 4Ks. I decided to upgrade the 007 Daniel Craig collection a little bit, so started getting the 4Ks. Casino Royale, still my favorite Daniel Craig James Bond, out to date. And No Time to Die, just below this one. Great movie, also starring Mads Mikkelsen, a fellow Dane. Gotta mention that. Quantum of Solace, again not a great movie, but I don't hate it as much as other people do. Skyfall, my third favorite. Great movie. Spectre. I was let down by this quite a bit, actually. It was rather drawn out to me. So if I have to make my top 5 or rank the Daniel Craig movies, I'm always torn if this or Quantum of Solace are gonna be dead last. So, but overall, I like the Daniel Craig movies. And then the Transformers, the movie, while being a cartoon. Another movie I've upgraded so many times I've lost count by now. grew up watching G.I. Joe and Transformers and still love both franchises to this date. So, of course, another upgrade. Had to do it. And then, finally from the UK, I picked up The Thing. I would have wished that Scream Factory had the rights to this one. I have other John Carpenter movies from Scream Factory on 4K, and it would have been nice to continue that line all the way through. But I guess you can never be that lucky. But this is a nice edition anyway. So it is open. I just kept some of the plastic on, trying to protect the case a little bit. But as you can see, you have a poster. That's just, and it is the artwork from the front. I wish I had room to put up some of the posters I have in any of these releases. Art cards, postcards, whatever you want to call them. Do anybody use these for anything? Hang them up, ship them, whatever? Personally, I've never really seen the need for art cards in any sort of release like that. I've never used them whatsoever for anything. And booklet. And of course, it's a Carpenter classic. I'll say this is my favorite Carpenter movie. And what's nice about this edition is that it does actually include the prequel on Blu-ray. So I don't need to have this big box set and the prequel on its own next to it. I have both movies in one set. So Blu-ray for 1 and 2, I guess you can call them, and 4K, and bonus features I would get. Oh! Music composed. So I guess that the last one is a CD. I haven't paid that much attention to that disc. Oh, landscape. Let's get the full landscape too. That looks great. Kurt Russell. And yeah. So that's it. My little September collection update. And with that, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to, and until next time, thanks for watching, and peace out.